So, without further ado, we're going to start with the reviews. And I'll pull up the specs too of each thing, just so I'm very clear about this. And when I talk about these products on my stream, besides, I believe the headset is the only thing I got to change over on my Amazon Blacksmith in my About section. So if you guys go into my Amazon Blacksmith and you want to go and purchase the product that I'm using, just I got to switch over that headset. I think I could do it on the fly. I'll try, but we'll see. Anyways, we're gonna review the cam that you guys all see me through. All right, starting. I'm gonna give you the specs on it. It's actually on a pretty good deal right now. It's on sale. Before it wasn't. I'll give you the full specs. What you guys see. What I'm being recorded by. What you guys see me through right now is this. Not that. This. This is what you guys see me through. This is my camera. It's called the Razer Kaio. Okay? Specifications. The thing that I did different, that you probably can't see right now, at least that well, but what's different, which I still got to play with a bit, is the resolution. I've been having it this whole time at 1920 by, not 1920 by 1080. I've been having it at 720p resolution, and now it's at 1080p, so I should be clear for people's visual enjoyment, but my stream will still be 720p, because it doesn't reflect to that. Okay, so let me give you the rundown of this. Obviously, it's 2 inches, 2.5 inches width, height, 1.5, almost 2 inches. Product depth, obviously that's just, all that whatever, blah 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 blah. USB, it's a USB plug into your computer, and then it records, or it shows you as a cam, obviously, blah blah blah. It's really hard to explain that other than that. 4 megapixels, integrated microphone. It does have an integrated microphone, but don't use it. Just trust me. Up to 60 frames of frame rate. Now, I'll tell you right now, as you can see on my stream, which is very shocking, I'm not at 60 frames at 1080p, but I am above 30. So that's very shocking. That's actually good. I'm actually probably around like 40 to 45 frames right now during this lighting. Okay, so another thing too, this is the one thing I wanted to get information about. The lighting, you have a ring cam, a ring light on it. You don't really need to use it. It's kind of, maybe at nighttime streams, or if you have certain lighting that helps you keep that frame rate up, then maybe you could turn it on to put like the reflection on the eyes and light up your face a little bit. But like the way I was using it before, it would light the whole room and it just looked awkward. It wasn't a good lighting, so don't use it like that. However, the one thing I'm shocked about, because this is a test, the one thing I'm shocked about this cam is that I'm at 40 to 45 frames right now on 1080p when it specifies 30. So that means it goes above and beyond what you're getting, or what they expect. Imaging resolution goes up to 1520, which is pretty fucking good. High definition, yes. Autofocus, yes. Great. It's got fucking 4.5 star review. That's fucking really good. It's a really good webcam. For the price too, you get the option of 720p 60 frames, or you get the option of 1080p 30. Now we know it's 1080p 45, depending on lighting. So it's great. Great cam. This is what I use. Okay, Amazon Blacksmith, it's in there. If you guys want to go and purchase or get a deal on it through Amazon, click my link specifically, because it helps me out as well, and I appreciate it. That's a very easy review to do on that product. And now I'm going to show you the Razer Blackshark V2. This is the headset that you hear me on. This is the audio that I hear on. This is literally my headset right here. Now, $99.99. Now, don't get me wrong. It's an esports, it's a wired esports headset. And I'm going to say this because it's supposed to be designed for very good audio clarity. Directional audio is supposed to be really well. Now, me being a COD streamer for majority of my career as a streamer, let's just say COD's not the best at audio, so I'm not going to blame the headset, because the headset's great. But audio in COD, I can't just say, oh yeah, this is a great headset. Other than when I've tested in other games with the audio settings that are just currently set for COD. Really good. Especially Rogue Company last night, I was hearing everything beautifully. Psh, sound design amazing. So the reason why I'm gonna say this headset's amazing, it's a 4.5 star review. Pros like Courage JD use it. I don't know what other pros out there use this headset, but Courage JD is another pro streamer that uses it. I'll give you the specification rundowns. You could get the wireless version now, but it's a little heavier. This is the lighter version. There's only really one headset competing with this, other than maybe the. Actually, there's 3 headsets in total that compete with this headset specifically, but in reality, you're looking at like a couple like $20 difference on price, either cheaper or more expensive. But I'm gonna tell you right now, for the middle ground of everything, this is the headset to get. Besides maybe the Logitech G Pro X, those are the 2 headsets that maybe will compete with each other. So this headset is obviously the wired version with the USB sound dongle right here. It's really hard to see in my cam, but it's because I'm only showing you a wide version of it. Um, it's got the over-the-ear fit. It's got the ear cups cushions as memory foam, which I like. But I think the Logitech G Pro X probably has that beat. I think it's a more comfortable like leather plush feel. That's just personal opinion. Probably less ear sweat. Um, in this headset than the Logitech G Pro X, but I just like the feel of that leather plush feeling better. But the memory foam's nice; it's very comfortable, but it does suck in a lot of the audio. It's like your ears are just covered in this headset. I've gone through a lot of headsets, and people that watch my stream they understand why. But let's just not talk about that. So yes, there's no carrying case. It does have a bag, which is over there, but I'm not going to show you that. It does come with a carrying bag for protection. It is compatible with Mac, Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. I'm obviously on Windows, PC. Adjustable headband. This is where another knock between the HyperX, or not HyperX, sorry, the Logitech G Pro X and this compete with each other. This is literally its main competitor, but there's 2 others. I'll list them in a second. But um, the 2 competitors is Logitech G Pro X and then obviously Razer Blackshark V2. The Logitech G Pro X has better headband support, but this is sturdy. Like it looks not sturdy because it's a little wire. Like as you can see right here, that wire right here, that doesn't look too sturdy. I get that, but it actually is very sturdy. It doesn't bend. It's pretty fucking hard material. And I think they did that on purpose just to be safe. So that's good. Mic is great. Mic competes even with the Logitech G Pro X, unless you get the blue adapted to it, which means you'd be paying a little bit more money. But, you know, give or take. I believe the audio software that you use with this headset and what's the drivers in this headset are better than the Logitech G Pro X. I think they're an upgrade from that. So that's why I think it's another why it beats it out, but at the same time, they're both very compatible with each other. Like you could literally choose one or the other for the price point, and it's still freaking great. 2-year manufacturer warranty, which is really good. Just if you really try to take care of your headset, you still got 2 years. You can get a brand new fucking one. 2 years, brand new headset. That's a really good thing. I don't think Logitech has that. I think they have like a year at the best, maybe. Um, Connector size, that's the 3.5 millimeter jack. If you take it off the sound card, plug it into your controller maybe, but you lose a lot of the audio quality. Sound isolating, that's what I was talking about with the ear cups. Environmental noise control, yes, yes, yes. 28 kilohertz, sensitivity, 100 decibels. You know, the biggest thing about this headset is the titanium drivers in here. They are fucking like one of the crisp, clear sounds, and you get really good bass quality with them. Surprisingly good. In my opinion, though, the highs are really sharp, but I'm just assuming that's COD. Again, playing on COD, you hear the highs really loud. But you could always adjust that with the EQ settings. But I feel like with the titanium, it just makes it a little sharper, in my opinion. But again, overall audio quality is just fucking amazing. I love it for the price point. I love it for directional sound and comfort-wise. Everything is just very beautifully done. It's more like a matte feeling on the cups. Let me take these off real quick. So it's like more of a matte feeling. You get the green logo. You get the volume knob right here, which you can see in the picture on the screen. The scariest part of this headset, I think the wiring. I mean the wires that hold it. They're not wires. It's like a metal or something. I don't know, but it's like a weird strong material that holds it in very well. Very reliable. Looks scary, but it's not. this scares me a little more is the wires that connect to the cup to the headset because it's got to connect through. That's a little risky, but they are pretty sturdy cables, so I would think they're pretty okay. Okay, here we go. Kevin Breezy talking shit. Listen, I told you, in COD's audio's already fucked up, but I still gotta dial in the settings anyway, so I could still perfect it if I just balance my settings out with my audio, so fuck you. Anyways, like I said, Rogue Company, I was hearing everything all day in every direction, so that's Call of Duty at its finest, and I had it set for COD settings, so fuck you. With your $50 one. No, you don't hear perfect because you fucking. I've seen you do some weird shit, bro. You can't be talking shit. Anyways, this headset is miles above yours, bar none. And trust me, I just have to balance my settings out. I haven't had time to really sit there in Warzone and have somebody run around me and let me get my settings properly. Razor's trash. You're just a shit talker. I'm gonna ignore your ass. Cord length 5.91 feet, so almost 6 foot in cord. Driver size 50 millimeters. Better than your 40 millimeter shit headset. Integrated amplifier. You don't have that either. Everything about this headset's fucking amazing, bar none. Let me run around you and inside you. Oh Jesus, that's creepy. Anyways, recommend this headset. The only competitors are literally your closest competitor is the Logitech G Pro X. That's what it's most compared to in terms of mic, audio quality, drivers, comfort, lightweight. This is more lightweight than Logitech G Pro X, by the way, so that's something to consider. Um, that's its main competitor, and the Logitech G Pro X was a choice that I was gonna do if I wasn't Razer. So, I'm glad this headset came out because I was like, yes, this headset was literally my jump between those two. Boom, there you go. So the two competitors besides that would be the Fnatic headset. The Fnatic, I forgot what it's called, but it's an esports headset. It looks very similar to the Logitech G Pro X. I could look it up real quick. I don't know if it's even on sale anymore, but this is the one right here. Let's see. This one. The React. It's $70, so it's $20, well, like $20, $30 cheaper, but it's still a really good quality headset. But as you can see, the build quality is probably a little better. The cable, I think that's just with a lot of these headsets, they stick out. But I heard the mic quality isn't the best, but it's doable, and the comfort on this thing is insane, so that's good. Comfort's a big thing, but again, you have 40 millimeter drivers. It's just a lot of, I guess you could say, differences. You can even see the headband's a little weaker in terms of like cushion. That's fine though. Again, nothing too crazy. So there's the Fnatic. There's the Logitech G Pro X. If you don't know what that is, I'll pull it up real quick. This one right here, $129.99. I think this comes with the blue microphone, which is better than this microphone. But that's if it doesn't have the blue microphone, then it's probably almost on par, if not a little weaker. But these ear cups just look and actually feel, when I tested it, feel better. So very similar build. They just have a more, I guess you could say, protecting of the wire connecting setup right here on the ends of it. And the cushion feels a little weak again. You can see right there, like when I felt it was a little weaker, but it's nothing crazy, nothing too like demanding. Like you're not like, okay, this is gonna hurt my head. No, it's just not as like, probably won't last as long as in terms of like you'll probably mold into it more quicker than these. These have a really thick one, and they're memory foam. So Logitech G Pro X, I would say this is the closest competitor. Obviously, it's not even on sale right now, and it's pretty expensive. So, you're also looking at price competing with it as well. And last but not least, the HyperX Clouds. I believe they're the Cloud 2s, if not the Cloud... the Cloud 2s are on sale right now for a little bit cheaper, but then you're kind of back on design a little bit. I'd probably go with the Alpha S, maybe. This would probably be your best bet. At least you can see right here it's very comparable in design. HyperX is great quality. The cushion looks a little thicker, but it's not memory foam. The ear cups are though. The ear cups are one of the top tiers. That's why they call them the Clouds. They're fucking amazing. I think that was probably one of the most comfortable headsets I've worn, personally. But not this one specifically. But this is probably got even better of an upgrade. Probably got cooling cups in here now, cooling ear gel cups. So these are your closest competitors, bar none. But again, $129.99, $99.99. I'm a Razer guy. I recommend this headset. If you don't have it, buy it. Trust me. Thank me later. Just make sure you get your audio software settings properly dialed in. Okay, next, the mouse, Razer Basilisk V2. Okay, this wired mouse, beautiful price, $80. I'm telling you, this mouse is amazing. Can you build me a gaming PC super cheap? Maybe. We'll get back to that. Right now I'm doing reviews, man. But maybe, possibly. Boom, Razer Basilisk V2 wired optical gaming mouse. What is there to say about this? This is probably my only mouse that I'll buy now. I don't think I want anything other than this mouse, and I'll tell you exactly why soon enough. In terms of Razer, like, there's only one other mouse I was looking at, was the or not the Nari, but the I gotta show you. I forgot what it's called, but there's a Razer mouse that has a swappable side where you could put different types of buttons, even for MMORPGs and for shooters. But this reason I like this mouse, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. It is lightweight for the type of mouse it is. Normally these mouses are heavier. This is the lighter weight one. I believe it's just around 92 grams, if I'm not mistaken. We can go to the specs real quick and see what the weight is. I think it'd be listed on here, hopefully. Product height, width, weight. 4.48 ounces. I don't know what that translates to, but again, 92 grams is usually what I go by. I think it's like 90 to 92 grams. This mouse is light for what it is, so it's perfect for FPS shooters. And let me keep explaining. As you can see on the picture, you can see a left arrow and a right arrow on the scroll wheel for certain games that use tilt function. And you're just coming fresh from console to PC. This mouse will help you with games that have tilts by just you literally having that left click and right click. As you can see, left click and right click just scrolls up a little bit on the window, on the web page. But all RGB changes colors, as you can see. You can change it to certain settings in the software settings. The side button right there, if you see, there's a little like lever thing at the very end of it. It's around right here. This little lever right here is an extra, they call it a DPI clutch, but the DPI is like your mouse sensitivity without changing your sensitivity in game. But what I'm trying to use it for, and what you can do yourself, is you can map it to something else. This is how I throw my grenades in games. So it's my G key. My G key, literally, it's a lot easier for me, instead of using my right index finger, I mean my left hand index finger, to go to G, reach over for that, because sometimes when you're learning PC, it's a little awkward. I just use this as my G. So now I know my G is just a simple thumb tap right there, hold it, throw it, and I can use it because obviously you're aiming with your mouse, so now you're holding and throwing at the same time with your mouse, so it's a lot easier. It feels way more comfortable, more natural. So that's what I use mine for. Obviously you can use it as a DPI clutch, where that the main purpose of it is like if you're sniping and you want to be pinpoint accurate and your sensitivity is so high on the fly, because a lot of people like high sensitivity on mouse. So if it's too high for sniping, then you can hold that DPI clutch, and what it does is it turns your sensitivity down from whatever it's listed as your fast sensitivity to a slower sensitivity, so you can fine tune your sniping. However, personally, that's just, you get used to that in game. You can practice that. Obviously, I'm a sniper guy, I know. I think it's just better to leave it as a better option, as an alternative, instead of making a DPI clutch. I feel like that's utterly worthless if you could just get used to slowing down your aim and using your fine, like, wrist finger tuning, to fucking get that perfect aim. You don't need to fucking have it slow your whole mouse down, so you could just be like, ugh, you know what I mean? It's just awkward. So anyways, that's the DPI clutch right there. A better view of it right here. Oh, right here. That's the DPI clutch. Then you got mouse 4, mouse 5 buttons. I use mouse 4 right here for my going crouch. I just hold it to crouch. I don't have it as toggle. A lot of people toggle their crouches. I hold it. So when I'm holding it, I could just do like a crouch walk, kind of aim my spot, and just hold it and move. It does get in the way sometimes of feeling the comfort of like pre-aiming stuff, because it just holding your thumb in and then moving and aiming is kind of weird sometimes, especially if you're crouch aiming. So, that's something you got to get used to once you play with it enough, if you want to put that as your settings for it. But it just depends. Depends on the person. And then obviously mouse 5 for me is a toggle, and it's prone. So what I do is I use it for, like, I mean, people like to drop shot and stuff. I don't drop shot, but like if I'm trying to get into cover, I'll just hit that mouse 5 button, which is the back button right here, this little bar. I will use that to go prone, lay on the ground, and then get into cover, be safe. And then last but not least, right here, you got the ceramic feet that are the upgrade. I forgot what they call them though, but they're the upgrade feet that the glide. They have a nice glide. Oh, Like I'm trying to show you an example, and I just literally went to back page. But the glide is beautiful. Like honestly, on a mouse mat that's even a medium surface, you can still see it has nice glide. It's very nice, very smooth. Oh, look at Shelby Q. I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing? I'm just doing a review on my products. Welcome everybody, by the way. If you're just coming in, welcome, welcome. So nice to see you, by the way. But anyway, so yeah, and as you can see right here, they have a, where the sensor is, it has a ceramic feet as well, so it helps that glide even more. On the bottom, you could save profile, so if you don't want to use the Razer software, they have a profile button right here, so you can literally set all your stuff in the Razer software, click it, saves the profile. You just keep clicking this to switch profiles that you want to use. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. And so when you could delete the software. A lot of people don't like the Razer software. I like it. I just think it has bugs, but I like it. So I don't use this. But for other people that might not want to use the Razer software, boom, right there. And obviously you can barely see it, but like right here on this little spot is the resistance wheel. So the resistance wheel will literally change your resistance of your scroll wheel. Yeah, it's nice to see you. I hardly ever see you in the stream anymore. But yeah, so yeah, the scroll wheel has a nice click for me. But you could literally just go and throw that resistance all the way down. And now you don't hear anything, and it's smooth, buttery smooth. Like you can even see when I spin the wheel, it'll like spin for a second because it's so loose. But personally, I like my scroll wheel tight as possible. And I like to be able to feel that click. I want to feel that switch, because that will be your weapon swapping and other things, you know, or scrolling down web pages, whatever, you know. It just feels better to me. It's more tactile. Back to the specifications, though. I forgot what kind of switches they use in this. There's certain switches they use. I don't know if they have it listed on here. Usually you don't want to go to Best Buy. Like I'm on Best Buy just to pull up all the products up quick. But Best Buy is probably not the best bet to get your specs on it. I'm just giving you a quick rundown. Yes, it's RGB, like I said. Total number of buttons, 11. On top, there's 2 more. That's your DPI changing. Like you can change your DPI to a higher setting on the fly or a lower setting on the fly. I don't use it. You could actually personally map these to be something else too, as like, you know, your, I don't know, inventory, whatever the fuck you want. Honestly, it could be switched to that. So I'm gonna read this comment real quick. I've been taking a big mental break. My anxiety was too intense for me to interact. Oh yeah, I bet it's intense. Well, that's good. I mean, it's always good to take a mental break. Honestly, that's why I'm doing like stuff like this now. Like I'm still streaming Call of Duty, but like I just don't want to go right into it and just be like, okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. I get stressed out. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing to take a mental break and relax. But yeah. So just keep working on it. And honestly, just you know, when you feel necessary to stream or you want to stream, you'll be better at it. Just don't let it get to you. You know what I mean? Because obviously interacting with your fans too is really hard, and your viewership is really hard when you're not in the best of moods. I know from personal experience. Anyways, the cable is SpeedFlex cable, very lightweight. So it takes next to no, like, there's no pull on it. It feels like it's almost not there. I actually have it tied a certain way, so that way when I'm using my mouse, it doesn't even get in the way in the slightest, and it never, ever interrupts my feel of me moving around. So it almost feels wireless. Like, honestly, that's the best thing about these newer mouse cables from Razer, is they went SpeedFlex cable on them, because they're not heavy. They're almost, it's like literally featherweight. Like, you don't even feel it. So it's one of the best feelings to fucking go and use this, and it's almost like it's non-existent, you know? Sometimes, if I'm moving really fast, I could feel the wire hit my finger because it's flying into my finger. But honestly, there's always things that can make it so you don't feel that. You could have it like stretch up a little bit, and there's even holders where you can hold the mouse wires like this. So honestly, it will never whip into your fingers. But again, it doesn't bug me, so it's not a big deal. The next comparable mouse close to it would be the G502 Hero. And another thing that you could see in this picture, you see this little sticking out spot? That is a thumb rest. And I'm telling you right now, on other mice that people use, sometimes their thumbs just rub on the mouse mat because of the way they're holding it. However, this thumb rest is perfect because you don't have that problem. And it feels just so comfortable. They call it an ergo mouse. And this ergo mouse is fucking amazing. As you can hear the clicking, it's so nice. It feels so tactile and good. There's I think they're up to 65 or 75 million clicks of the lasting of the of the switches in them. But obviously, it could go even past that. You never know. It's got almost a 5-star rating fully. It's a fucking amazing mouse. $80, you can't beat it. The G502 Hero is way heavier. It's older. It's very similar, but that's the most comparable thing, and it's a lot cheaper right now. It's at $48.99. But again, you're dealing with an older mouse. The sensor on it's older. It's not as like reacting properly. This has 20,000 dots per inch maximum sensitivity. It's a right-handed mouse, by the way, so if you're left-handed, it's not gonna work. 4.48 ounces, like I say. Obviously, we don't know how that translates into grams, but whatever. I'm sure it's 90 grams or something like that. I remember it being like 90 grams. USB, so you get and it's got the green USB plug into it, so it's got the best latency. It's for like USB 3.0, which is like the highest you could get, so it definitely gives you the best input time. Like it's almost like real time, almost. So, great mouse indeed. You guys will love it. Go ahead and purchase it if you're getting a PC and thank me later. Otherwise, like I said, all I am is Razer. But again, there's other products out there, don't get me wrong, that are probably better too. But in my opinion, Razer just is fucking amazing, and I fucking love them. Every single thing I've had with Razer is amazing. Now, the mouse mat. It's called the Goliathus Chroma. Now, this Razer mouse mat, this is what I use right now. It's got the RGB. That looks pretty cool. I like that cool picture. But yeah, it's got the RGB around the strips, stitched in. Nice. It is a medium. I think it's a softer felt medium resistance, or I wouldn't even say medium resistance, like light resistance. But it's spongy. So like, yes, it's stiff, but it's spongy at the same time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because like it does feel pretty smooth, feels pretty accurate. Like you're kind of getting that flow, no problem. It does dirty up very easily, so that's another just downfall of it. But you could clean it all the time. And as you can see, like there's still just a little bit of like white scuff going in there. You could just like rub that out with a sponge and just get it all nice and washed. Get a sponge in there and just spray or clean it all out, and then with the towel you could wipe it up. That's how you clean these things, and it does make it a lot smoother afterwards. However, I like the mouse mat, don't get me wrong, but I'm contemplating on switching to a hard mouse mat, because the one thing I don't like about this is that once you use it enough, like in terms of it being dirty without cleaning it, it'll start to stick. And I don't mean stick in the sense of like you'll be stuck, but like when you're moving and stuff, sometimes your resistance gets kind of mushy, and then that's when the squishiness comes in, and it kind of just like, it doesn't feel like you could really be like, if you're even in an intense moment where you're kind of like putting pressure on it just in case, it's gonna sometimes stick and throw you off. So I've noticed that just a tiny bit. It's nothing crazy. But the more I've been playing PC, the more I've been kind of realizing maybe I should go to the hard mouse mat, with beads or something, so that way it's just always free flowing. I can put pressure on it, and it's always going to be just perfect. Like obviously there's going to be like next to no resistance, and so I'll be able to move super fucking fast and be flowing a lot better. But in time you learn it, in time you'll enjoy it. Overall, I think it'd be better if that was the case. I would say buy this. $60 is pretty pricey. It is on the pricier side, but again, depending on your desk setup, it's really good if you have it, especially for aesthetics. But in my opinion, like I liked it personally because of the way it felt. But now I'm thinking about transitioning. I don't know if they have it on Best Buy. We'll see right now. Yeah. Let me just see if I do this. I doubt they'll have it on Best Buy, but they have an RGB one. Now, this is the only one, ultra low friction gaming mouse mat. See, exactly. So, pretty much this is $60 in itself. So, this must be like one of the newest. It's got a 2-star review. It's really, really bad. But there's one that's RGB. I can probably go to their website and show you personally. But yeah, as you can see, it has the beads in it. It's really hard to tell from this picture, but it has the beads in it, which helps it glide so much smoother. And people do like that. But however, you just go to Razer.com or whatever, and you could look up their mats. What are you barking at out there? See, this is what everyone's talking about, the Razer card. I guess it's the newest one. But they have like the hard mouse mats with the, like this one right here, the Firefly V2. This one I would personally get. This is $50, but it's RGB and it's a micro textured surface. So, Micro textured would be like the beads and stuff, but this is more just like a hard surfaced one. And I've heard a lot of good reviews on, as you can see right here, a lot of good reviews on it. Personally, like that he's reusing the basilisk. That's fucking dope. But yeah, as you can see, I think that's just perfect fit for me. I love it. I think it would be amazing to have something like this on my fucking desk. Feels a lot better. Then I could just focus on this one spot. But obviously, with the Goliathus, it extends us out. So, you know, close price though. Like you're literally paying for either this long extended mouse mat that's like a, you know, felt, and then there's this one that's literally a hard surface. So, give or take, your choice. I would go with this personally, in my opinion, after usage of this. But that's my opinion. And you can only buy it on Razer apparently, because I'm sure there's like not much websites giving these out. But you can see micro textured surface, pixel precise tracking, all in the Razer software too. They have options for your sensors where your sensor will be dialed into that certain mouse mat because it knows exactly the distance from what it is in there. Yeah, so Firefly might be the next one. I don't know yet. Keep an eye on it. And then obviously we have the Razer Kaio. We're not worried about that anymore. That was Google. The keyboard. So we'll go back to Razer. We'll just look it up all on Razer. I'm pretty much promoting Razer at this point. Keyboards. They have the new Razer Black Widow V3, which is fucking amazing, I'm sure. Full height mechanical keyboard with Razer Chroma RGB. Looks nice, but I have the Black Widow V2. But I have I want to see if it's in here. I guess it would be under View All Razer Black Widow. There you go. I'm sure it is in here somewhere. I just gotta find it. I think it's the tournament. This is the one, I think, right? I believe it's this one. Razer Black Widow Tournament Edition Chroma V2 orange switch, but it's not the orange switch. Yellow switch, green switch. It's the green switch. This is mine right here. However, you may see something different. If you see something different, it's because the keycaps in the middle and the function keys up top are custom keycaps. I added custom keycaps. They're old school typewriter glass keycaps. They're not glass though; it's a plastic, but they're supposed to be glass designed. They have a dip in them, and the resistance compared to these stock keycaps that come with them are way better. Like they stick, your fingers stick a little more to them, so there's less slip on the keys, and so obviously shows more RGB too, and they're round. I think personally it just feels better, personal preference, and it just looks cool to me. So yeah, it comes with a wrist rest. Obviously you can see here too, but yeah, the wrist rest magnetized goes right into it. Very nice keyboard. I love it. But obviously they have upgrades now, you know what I mean? So they have the Razer Black Widow V3, as you can see up here, but it's a full-size keyboard. It has the 1 through 10 on the right side, so it's not 10 keyless. It has a dial knob, has other function settings up here. Personally, I know people that have the Razer Black Widow Elites and Tournament Edition, or not the Tournament Edition, but the Elites and stuff. I have the Tournament Edition because it's more compact for my desk. I feel personally it's better, but it's not full on. Like function keys are still there, and I still have my function keys up top too. So that's pretty much all my products for peripherals. Yep, that is all of them. So other than that, I could show you my parts in my PC. But before we do that, I'm going to take a small break. I'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere. Like 5 minutes. I'll be back.